Have you ever had a teacher with literally no common sense? My math teacher, Mr. Peterson, decided our final exam was more important than a literal tornado warning. The sirens were blaring outside, and you could see the sky turning that sick green color through the windows. Every other classroom was filing out toward the basement hallways, but Peterson walked over to our door, turned the deadbolt, and pocketed the key. Nice try, class. You're not getting out of this test with some weather drama. I've seen every trick in the book. My friend Sarah raised her hand, voice shaking. Sir, that's the actual tornado siren. The whole school is evacuating. We need to go downstairs right now. Peterson didn't even look up from his desk. I've lived in this town for 40 years. That's just a severe thunderstorm warning. Happens every spring. You have 35 minutes left on your exam. The wind outside started howling, not regular wind. This deep, unnatural howling that made the old windows rattle in their frames. You could hear debris hitting the side of the building. Thunk, thunk, gunk. I glanced at Jake sitting next to me. His dad was a local meteorologist and had taught us all the tornado warning signs since we were kids. The hail that had been pounding the roof for 10 minutes suddenly stopped. Dead silence except for this weird, distant rumbling sound, like a freight train that was still miles away. Jake leaned over and whispered, "That's rotation. There's definitely a tornado forming." Peterson's head snapped. "Mr. Williams, one more word and you all automatically fail this exam. I don't care if your father thinks he knows weather." The rumbling was getting closer, way closer. You could feel it now. This low vibration coming up through the floor tiles. Then the lights went out. Complete darkness for maybe 3 seconds before the emergency lighting kicked in, casting everything in this eerie red glow that made Peterson's face look demonic. Sarah stood up from her desk, her test paper scattered on the floor. "I'm leaving. My mom is probably freaking out right now." "Sit down immediately or you're expelled," Peterson shouted, but his voice cracked. He was getting scared too. You could tell. She walked straight to the door and tried the handle. Locked tight. Peterson was standing there like a prison guard, jingling the key in his pocket with this sick smile on his face. Nobody leaves until time is called. That's how tests work in the real world. The freight train sound was getting exponentially louder. Through the windows, you could see other kids from different classes running across the courtyard toward the main building, teachers herding them along. That's when we heard it, this massive crack from somewhere outside, like a gunshot, but 100 times louder.